We acknowledge with gratitude that we are gathered on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Coquitlam First Nation, who have lived here for thousands of years and continue to care for these lands and waters. We also recognize the shared territory of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Tsleil-Waututh, Cathy, and Musqueam nations. We honor their enduring presence and ongoing contributions to this region. Welcome to Faces Tri-Cities interview series. I'm Cathy Cena.
And I'm Geneviève Kyle-Lefebvre. Faces Tri-Cities is a co-authored book featuring 50 amazing local women.
And today we're sitting with one of them right here. Fatema Dewji is with us, one of our 50 women in our co-authored book. Welcome to the program.
Oh, thank you so much for having me today.
Our pleasure, our pleasure. Let's get right into it. What inspired you to get involved in this local initiative, Fatema?
Well, when I heard about the Faces book, I was intrigued by it and I wanted some more information. And when I heard it was about finding 50 women that empower women, a part of the community, I was excited to be part of the book. So thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it was a pleasure. So what impact does sharing your story have on the Tri-Cities community?
So for my story, it's a broader story. So it's more about empowering women, empowering yourself, finding a better version of yourself, which can encompass everybody. So not just our community in the Tri-Cities, but everyone. But personally, for Tri-Cities, I grew up in the Tri-Cities. I brought up my children. I moved away for a bit and came back and raised my kids in the Tri-Cities as well. So Coquitlam's my home. And I love the environment, the people. You'll just notice we're just a different group here in Coquitlam. We're just nicer people, I find.
Oh.
And just genuinely care about each other. So there's not a lot of
Yeah, we're not nice in Port Moody, just in Coquitlam.
No, okay.
She's talking about the Tri-Cities.
She said in Coquitlam, people are nicer.
I live in Coquitlam. I meant the Tri-Cities, really. You're right.
Okay.
It's the Tri-Cities as a whole.
It's warmer.
It's a warmer community. It's a warmer environment. Like even when you go out shopping or anywhere, go get coffee, everyone is very friendly and open. And you just will see more smiles here in the Tri-Cities is what I find.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How does being part of this co-authored book help make a difference?
So I feel like all of our stories will speak to somebody. So something will speak to somebody. Anything that inspires any kind of spark in anyone, I think is a positive impact for all women, especially. Each of us have different stories that we can connect with and find what's in us that we can share and share with others that can help build a better community as a whole.
Amazing. I'd like to talk about your quote, Cathy. Can you
Yes.
find where is Fatema in the book? Because every co-author has a quote that they have chosen to share with us. So, increase my knowledge from the cradle to the grave. Attribute to Prophet Muhammad.
Peace be upon him.
Yes.
That's
So why did you choose this?
So I feel like each individual needs to work on building and growing, not just by knowledge, but by your personal development as well. So as we learn and grow from our challenges, every challenge we get, we struggle, right? We go through this path of like, why is this happening to me? But if you look at every struggle and challenge anyone has, it grows you as a person. You become a better version of yourself. And so we are meant to do this till we go to the grave. A lot of people think, okay, I've studied, I've learned, I've read enough books. And as they get older, they feel like, oh, I don't need to do more. But it's a daily challenge for us to build and grow. So if we're working on ourselves every day, each day we become a better and better version of ourselves. And we need to continue that journey of growth till we die. So we should never stop, because then you stop living. Yeah.
I know family is very important to you, and you write I'll just quote you on one of your lines in
Yes.
the book. Fatima's parents instilled in her the values of faith, helping others, a strong work ethic, and the importance of family needs. And these lessons have shaped you into who you are today. Talk to us about, how do you utilize these values in your day-to-day life, and how have you passed that on to your own children?
Okay, so family is huge in my life. We meet as a family every week, meet my parents and my sisters and our kids. So we have like the strong bond as a family. And our values in our family are about helping others, having a strong faith, caring for others, and giving back to the community. So whether it's being part of this book or even in my Muslim community, we always are there as a giving family, and I instill that in my children as well. So teaching them the value of helping others, not always just thinking about yourself, but making sure you're making everyone around you comfortable and feel safe. So we just build that in our family and the community as well.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. You touched on the Muslim community.
Yes.
What is your role or impact into this community here locally into the Tri-Cities?
So in the Tri-Cities community, I know Muslims, and we get together. There's lots of protests that are happening when the Palestinian, all the things happening there. So there's lots of protests that happen in the Tri-Cities as well. And as a broader, we do a leadership program in our community, which is called the LDP, and it helps people learn about themselves and others so that they can work well with others, as well as know who they really are. A lot of times I feel like we don't really know who we are, and we really need to look in and find out who we are. We're all so busy in our lives that we don't take time to reflect and become more self-aware of who are we, and why does this attribute of someone irritate us or bring us a little bit of discomfort? What is it about that?
I should go there.
Right?
I need the program.
Because when you learn that, it does help you understand others more, because there are personalities that just clash a little bit. And when you understand yourself and why those personalities clash, you are able to be more patient with others, as well as understand why others are the way they are and why you are the way you are. So a lot of times we want to hang out with people that are just like us. But if the world was all full of people just like us, it would not always be a great world. I don't know. My world would be very chaotic. We'd all be like doing stuff, but nothing would be organized and nothing would get done. We would be half done because we like the process, but the finished project sometimes doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
So it's just about learning about others and growing from that. So
I think we should ask a question about why people are protesting right now. Can you explain or touch on what's happening right now?
So there's a lot of not humane things happening around the world, and it is very sad to see that. Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
It's okay, take your time.
People are very blinded because it's happening so often and so much that it's okay. It's become like 100 more children died, or 100 more women died, or people are just getting killed, and we're getting numb to it. And it's really sad that everyone thinks it's just okay. And so the protests are there to show people what's happening around the world, just making people more aware, and making those of us who are protesting also to feel like at least we're doing something, trying to make people hear. So yeah.
I know it's a very sensitive subject.
Yeah.
You're talking. I'm like, oh yeah, but I
I
wanted
wanted to give you a little minute.
We need to talk about it. We need to talk
Yes,
about these
yes,
things
yes.
because a lot of people don't really understand.
No,
actually,
no.
yeah. Thank you for this moment.
Thank you for the question.
So now I'm going to just hop into young women.
Okay.
And what do you hope that young women in the Tri-Cities take from your story in Faces?
Well, I hope that young women realize how important it is to love themselves, to really see what wonderful qualities each of them have, and try to focus on those and not listen to the discouragement that is around us all the time. I want them to see the good in them and focus on the gifts that they have and share that with the world so their light can shine. That's what I'd like for young women.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So what does civic responsibility look like in your daily life?
So I think it's very important to look around where you're living in the community that you are and making sure that you are there to help wherever there needs to be help. There's lots of volunteer opportunities. There's lots of areas in the community where you can be there to share the gifts that you have. Just like I was sharing, all of us have these gifts. Some of us are really good at talking. Some are good at sharing great ideas. Some are good at sharing their services. And so we should all find what we're really good at and give some of that back. Because the more you give, the more you always get back as well. So it's like when you give, you also feel great. And when you feel great, you do better. And when you do better, things go well. So it's like a little cycle. Like you want it.
Little domino effect.
I know, and your
effect,
children
right?
looks at you making a
sees you
difference,
as
so
a
they
mentor.
want to make a difference.
Exactly. Being a great role model and mentor for family as well as young women in the community or anybody in the community for that matter.
Are there any local causes, events, organizations that you're passionate about supporting?
So I'm a sales director with Mary Kay. So every year during Christmas, we do Gifts of Hope. So we give to different organizations. So we either go to nursing homes and we ask them where we collect gifts to hand out to the seniors in the homes. We've also done gifts for the homeless. So we go around handing out socks and gloves and hand creams just to pamper them a little bit during the holiday season because they are left out or need that special love that they're not getting at that time. So different causes like that is what we focus on or I've been focusing on during the holiday season.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Without saying your full story, can you touch on a little bit on, first of all, why you chose to this story specifically and talk to us a little bit about it?
So my story focuses on challenges. When we all have challenges, how do we get out of them? What do we do to step out of our challenges and grow from them? A lot of times when we have the challenges, we feel down and feel like the world's ending, but it's really lovely lessons that we learn from them that make us who we are as individuals. And I believe, and it's really hard that I'm saying this now because I didn't believe it when I had the challenges. When you have a lot of challenges, you become a stronger, wiser, more passionate person who actually really sees the value and joy in life when you're able to go over those obstacles and challenges, right? When you have them, it feels like the end of the world. But when you are able to step out of them and look back as an observer in your life, you will notice how much it helped you be who you are. And without those challenges, you might have been stuck in a position that wasn't benefiting you and helping you grow as an individual.
In what ways do you use your voice to influence change? And this is not when you're yelling at your kids.
Okay. Well, I do a lot of personal development training, and I'm also a personal coach and a director with Mary Kay. So I work with women and help them build and grow their businesses.
Basically, you're always talking.
I'm always talking. I'm always talking, you're right. But I'm also wanting others to grow, right? My job is to find those gifts in those people, find them, because a lot of people don't even know what gifts they have. And they can't see them. Even though they're so apparent to everybody else, they're blocked from seeing it. And so I choose to share and try to bring out those gifts in individuals to help them see their light.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Fatema, is there any other things that you want to talk about, maybe a word of wisdom before we let you go today?
So what I'd like to say is we all have self-talk in our minds. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. So really, thoughts are, you have a garden in your mind, right? Your positive thoughts are flowers and negative thoughts are weeds. And it's very easy to have lots of negative thoughts, and weeds grow faster. So it's very important to stop yourself when you're having a negative thought, pull out that weed and start planting flowers and start thinking positively. So I'd love everyone, especially in the Tri-Cities, to focus on the positives and stopping those negative thoughts in your mind.
Amazing. It was a pleasure to have you with us
thank you
today.
so much for
Thank you
having
for
me.
being part of the
Thank you.
Faces a Tri-Cities co-authoring book. It was a pleasure to have you, and I feel we're growing this sisterhood now.
Yeah,
we
we
get
are.
to hang out together
It's
now,
really amazing.
and it's amazing.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for including me as
You're
part of this
welcome.
community as well.
And today you heard from Fatema, one of the 50 ladies from our co-authored book, Faces Tri-Cities. She talked a lot about community, family values, and stopping the negative talk that's going on in our mind. Remember, plant the flowers in your garden, not the weeds. It's Cathy, Cena here, and Geneviève, Kyle-Lefebvre, and we are with Tri-Cities Community TV. Thanks so much for watching.